In today's market update video, we're going to be looking at focus and not giving up. We're going to be looking at what is focus, why should we be in focus, and finally we're going to be looking at how we can apply focus in our everyday life, including trading, using a 3-step methodology. Hi traders, Happy New Year, and thank you for joining the Master the Markets team today and supporting us in our mission to spread the truth of trading and help you achieve consistent performance. It is Tun Arfan here, founder of Master the Markets, Elite Trades Conference, and the Traders Open Day. Let's dive into the topic for today, which is focus and not giving up. Right. So let's take a look now at what is focus, the definition of focus itself. Okay. Now, focus basically means the ability to keep your mind on something or someone for an extended period of time until you make a conscious choice to shift it to something else. Okay, so quite a lot over there in terms of definition. In fact, one of the really good videos that I saw on this definition was actually from this person called Dandapani. Okay, you can check it on YouTube as well, Dandapani on concentration, where he was interviewed by Brian Rose from London Real. So let's go through that definition again, really quite powerful. So focus basically means the ability to keep your mind on someone or something for an extended period of time until you make a conscious choice to shift it to something else. Okay, so full absolute control of your mind to keep it at the place where you want it to. You and I know that as for traders as well, that we can get distracted very easily. We want to do a certain task, but we get so distracted during the day that we get pulled on to different things and never ever finish off our 3 main or 1 main even primary task for the day. Okay, so that's what the definition of focus basically means: the ability to keep your mind on something until you make a conscious choice to shift it to something else. Okay, so that is what. Now we go on to why. So some of you may ask, okay, that's good to know the definition, but why should we keep ourselves in focus? Very simple, isn't it? I mean, most of it is self-explanatory: for efficiency and productivity. Okay, if we keep ourselves in focus, we can achieve all our tasks for the day in the shortest period of time with minimal expenditure of energy. Okay, maximum output for minimal input. Okay, so that's what we are looking for: minimal expenditure of energy, but then we getting maximum output. Okay, really focus. That's the main benefit of why we should be keeping in focus. Now the third thing is, you may ask, okay, this is all good then, Thiru, then how do we then look at applying this in everyday scenario? How do we look at applying this in everyday scenario?
If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and smash that like icon. If you haven't joined our channel yet, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you get notifications immediately when we post up quality content like this, and especially to get our live trading updates sent directly to your phone.
Now there is a 3-step methodology that we can actually use. So let's take a look at that at the moment. So let me just bring up maybe another one where we got a bit more space over here. Okay, good. So we got the 3-step methodology in applying the focus in our everyday life, including trading. The first thing that you need to do is write down the 3 things. In fact, before you write down even 3 things, one of the immediate ways to bring your mind to focus is when you shrink time. Okay, is when you shrink time. Now let me explain that to you. If you were to say now you only got 1 hour left for today before you finish off your work, and if you ask your mind, okay, there's only 1 hour left, and if there's only one thing I could do, what would that be? you see, immediately your mind gets focused. This is the principle of shrinking time. All right. So the same thing I'll ask you as well for this year 2022. If there's only one thing that you want to complete for this year, want to achieve for this year, what would it be? Only one thing. Okay, now you're shrinking, time is shrinking as well as the task as well. Okay, there's only one thing you want to achieve for this year, what would it be? Then after that, ask yourself, okay, if there's one more thing that I would like to achieve for this year, what would it be? That's your second thing. And then finally, then you say, if there's one last thing I would like to achieve for this year, what would that be? This is actually taken from Brian Tracy's Efficiency and Productivity Talks. Right. So that's the first thing you need to write down. Three things that you want to achieve for this year. Okay. That's the first thing. Now the second thing is you and I know that even writing all that is well and good, but what happens along as we go along in the year, we forget it, we get distracted, we lose the momentum. So what you also need to do to keep up the energy, to keep up the spark, as you may call it, you have to visualize and feel it. Okay, visualize and feel it. Not only do you visualize the three things that you've written down, but you connect the emotional feeling to those three things that you want to achieve. As traders, for us, of course, that would be how those three things will help us and how trading would fit into achieving those three things as well. Where does trading fit into the entire picture? Okay. One of the things could be also your trading goals as well, and visualize and feel how you would feel when you achieve that and how that contributes to your health, wealth, and relationships. Okay, so that's the second thing, visualize and feel after you've written on three things. And the last thing is very important, which most people do not do. You have to monitor it. Okay, monitor how you're doing in terms of your progress to achieving those three goals or three things that you've written that you want to achieve for the year. How do you monitor it? Very simple, just like the satellite navigation system, which is really good. Always, always, always keep analyzing. If this is point A, this is point B, if this is your destination, always keep analyzing where you are, where you need to get to, your destination, your current location at the moment, and what the gap is. Okay, keep monitoring the gap. Of course, throughout the year, you want your current location to keep moving nearer and nearer to the destination so that the gap is reduced. Is it not, traders? So that's what you want to do. Keep also monitoring your trading goals as well. See where the destination is, where your current location is, how to fill up the gap. That's what you continuously need to do, the monitoring. And if you combine accountability with that, that is a super bonus. Okay, because now you know your mind is then told, you know what, I'm accountable to someone, I need to close the gap, I need to get moving forward and forward because I don't want to go into that meeting knowing that the gap is still the same. Okay, so do these three things. That's a recap on how you can actually apply it in real time life and practically, and also in trading as well. Focus is so important because you be so focused on the trades that we want to take as well, traders, right? So the first thing we looked at is what is focus, why focus is important, and then we looked at how we can actually apply the focus using a three-step methodology, which I just explained. Write down the three things you want to achieve for this year, visualize and feel it, and then monitor it as you go along in the year. Okay, so that's that on the topic for today. Now let's go on to our market update and let's just observe how the markets are doing.
For those of you who are unsure of any of the terminology or the concepts in this video, watch our free Trader Starter Pack 5-day video course as shown in Empire Cinema. It is educational, entertaining, and covers basics and advanced content with cross-transferable principles for trading and investments. It pertains to both beginners and intermediate traders, all dedicated towards helping you achieve consistent performance. Go ahead and register for it on the link below.
Dollar Swiss is currently in an uptrend. Just we had a confirmation here, and open equity is still towards the upside. Dollar yen, on the other hand, traders, open equity is diminishing to the upside, so I'll look for a turning point over here. GBP USD, on the other hand, you can see that open equity is diminishing to the upside, probably looking for a turning around. turning point around for GBP/USD, so maybe aggressive trails there. Over here on euro dollar, open equity, I would say diminishing, because you can see it's been consolidating for a long time over here. So however, if it does take out this high, that's the first level to go up, and then if it does take out this, then a little bit more up to the top before it turns around. Aussie dollar, on the other hand, open equity more to the downside. GBP yen, you can see also open equity diminishing, so I will go aggressive on the trading stops if you're still on it long. Bitcoin, on the other hand, a little bit more momentum towards the downside. Open equity a little bit diminishing, but if you want to trail it, go for the high of every bar. Brent oil, momentum still more to the upside. Silver, momentum, actually gold, momentum more to the upside, more open equity to the downside, sorry. And the FTSE, open equity diminishing to the upside, a bit more turning point, aggressive stops probably for the low of this year. Dow Jones, you can see that open equity is diminishing, showing a bit of momentum towards a turning point, so aggressive stops if you are still looking to for it to continue. S&P, similar, more open equity, I would say more turning point probability. If it does take out this level here, high probability that would turn around. Other than that, you can do an aggressive stop on the low of this if you want to take it long. Silver, on the other hand, more open equity towards the downside. You just had a confirmation bar here. Finally, wheat, open equity diminishing to the downside, probably a turning point coming up. So if you're going short on that, aggressive stops on that. Right, so that's that on terms of the market update. Now, how did we perform for the week, for the first week in the new year? So let's just take a look at that at the moment. You can see over here in terms of our market update for 7 Jan 2022, Elite Room, so far very small, humble profit over here, total 1%. On the live trading room, TSO primary had a little bit of down at 0.26%. On the 80% OE, we're really doing very well, 1.34%. Overall, 1.08% on the live trading room. Across both the rooms, across the 7 strategies over here, what we got a 1% on Elite Room, 1.08, 2.08% across both rooms. So it's really good start to the year. At 1% of being £100, that's about £208 up. And at 1% being £1,000, that will be £2,080 up, okay, depending on how big your account is, but you can get the idea of that, okay. So good, so traders, so that's a really good start to the new year, and a good topic for you all to reflect on as well. That's all from me on this market update. Good luck for the new year ahead. Keep up the momentum, and as I always say, focus and never give up. Till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.
If you want to get notified every time we put a video up, especially on our live trading update videos, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications icon. This will get the YouTube algos to kick in and for you to join us in our mission to spread the truth of trading further, so that traders like you can benefit from our videos to trade like a master, achieve consistent performance, and change lives.